Hi everyone, happy Halloween. I hope that you all had a wonderful, fun, and safe Halloween last night. I would like to welcome you to our video for November 1st, 2020. My name is Ann Ellis and I am the Children, Youth, and Family Minister at Mount Seymour United Church. Today is November 1st, and that is called in the Christian tradition All Saints. November 2nd is called All Souls, and in some parts of the world, the Day of the Dead. It is a common practice in these days to take time to remember and honor our ancestors, those who have gone before us into the afterlife and death. They might be family members, they might be people that have meant a lot to us, but it is an opportunity for us to both mourn their loss and to celebrate their lives. And that's what we're going to do today is we are going to take some time to honor our ancestors using Day of the Dead activities, including some sugar skulls. So the activity supplies that you will need today are as follows. In the email that was sent out to your family, there are a number of different printouts. You can print them out if you would like to. There's a sugar skull coloring sheet. You can see I've got mine up on my wall. There's a sugar skull mask that I have already made that I colored and cut out and then used an old paintbrush to make a holder for it. So you'll need scissors and tape and markers and something to hold your mask, perhaps a chopstick or something else. The other printouts look like this. They are some more sugar skulls that I found on a website that you can color and cut out, and we will use them later on in this video as a part of our honoring of our ancestors. So if you'd like to pause this video and go collect those items, that's great. If not, that's also okay. You might want to wait until this video is over to complete the activity. Whatever you wish to do would be fantastic. So take a moment, get what you need, and I'll see you back here in a few seconds. Welcome back. Let's take a moment to breathe deeply and relax into this sacred time together. The welcome that we extend at Mount Seymour United Church is as broad and as deep as we can make it. You are welcome here no matter how old or how young you are, no matter your marital status, your economic status, your financial background. You are welcome here no matter your sexual orientation, your gender identity, or gender expression. You are welcome here. And you are welcome here if you consider yourself to be a Christian or are a part of another faith tradition. And you are welcome here if you are curious and a seeker and a wonderer and a wanderer on life's journey. And you are welcome here if you are looking to find justice, peace, and compassion. You are welcome here. Mount Seymour United Church is grateful and honored to rest on the unceded and ancestral territories of the Tsleil-Waututh people. They have been stewards of this land for time immemorial, and we are so grateful for them as caretakers of the land and the sea and the air. And we also take some time to honor the watershed, which is the land and the sea and the rivers And without the watershed, there would be no life. There would be no trees, there would be no plants, no animals, no birds, and certainly no people. For the last few weeks, we've been uh, working with the theme of a future with hope. And when we think about the future, it is a little strange to think about our past, but we know that by remembering and honoring our past, we have a better chance of planting a better and more hopeful future. Here in this place, we light a candle each week. It seems especially important as the days grow darker and the nights grow longer that we remember the light. And we remember somebody who said such amazing things and shared such wonderful stories that people followed him. And when they asked him who he was, he said, I am the light. And he also said, you, my beloveds, are lights in this world. A city on a hilltop cannot be hidden. Similarly, it would be silly to light a lamp and hide it under a bowl. When someone lights a lamp, they put it on a table or a desk or a chair, and the light illumines the entire house. You are like that illuminating light. Let your light shine everywhere you go, that you may illumine all creation, so that people everywhere may see your good actions, may see creation at its fullest in your bright light. That's a passage from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 14 to 16. Our story today isn't really a story. It's a collection of sayings by Jesus, which is also from Matthew chapter 5, from the beginning, a little bit before the passage that I share about the light. It's chapter 5, verses 3 to 10. This collection of sayings is very important because Jesus talks about the type of people who are blessed by God. And they aren't necessarily the people that we might think of as blessed. Let's listen to the passage. The Beatitudes, Matthew 5, 3 to 10. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. The Beatitudes. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those who thirst and hunger for righteousness. Blessed are the merciful. Blessed are the pure of heart. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are those who are persecuted. I wonder why God chooses these people to be blessed. And I wonder if it is easy or hard to live like these blessed people. And I wonder if we can think of people we know who fit these descriptions. And I wonder if you're wondering what this passage has to do with the Day of the Dead. Well, this is one wondering question that I actually am going to answer. On All Saints and All Souls, we remember those in our lives who have died. We honor our ancestors who have lived before us and are part of our past and are a part of our family. They might be our saints, people who mean a lot to us, even though they are gone from our lives. On the Day of the Dead, people visit the graves of their family members, bringing them flowers and food to celebrate their lives. And sometimes people create altars in their homes and put pictures of their ancestors on them with candles and flowers and special mementos. Sometimes they make sugar skulls, skulls that look like this, and they are made from sugar. In places like Mexico, they are made with sugar and decorated and then placed on the graves as special treats for the ancestors. And they are very, very special and important symbols. I found these two handouts on a Spanish blog about the Day of the Dead. And the suggestion is to color these sugar skulls and in the square draw a picture of the ancestor that you would like to remember, or draw a picture of something that they liked. And then on the lines below, you can write a message to that person. On this one, you can write a message telling them about all the good things that you remember about them and anything you want to share with them about your lives right now. These are two that I made already. I made this one. So after you've written on them and colored on them, you can cut them out and they fold up into a skull shape. The same with this one here. So take some time and think about who that person might be. Maybe it's someone who you were reminded of when we heard the Beatitudes. Maybe it's not a family member, just somebody that you know from your life or from history that means a lot to you. And maybe it's not a person at all, but a beloved pet who has passed away. Your heart will know what's right for you. On this one here, I drew a little broken heart shape because I wanted to honor and remember my very special cat named Penny. And when Penny curled up to sleep in just a certain way, the patches on her fur made this kind of heart shape that looked a little broken. And so that's what I drew. And then I wrote her a message about how much I miss her and how much I loved her being in my life and how much I was grateful that she chose us as her family for her 18 years of life. And on this one, I wrote a message to my grandmother Ruth. My grandmother Ruth is who I am named after, actually. My middle name is Ruth. And I remember my grandma very, very well. And I wrote on this message to her, "Thank you for believing in me. I am grateful for your faith in me. It has carried me through hard times. I love you and I miss you and I think of you often. Love, Andrea Ruth." That's my real name. So after you finish your sugar skulls, you can place them someplace special in your house or maybe somewhere outside. Perhaps you'll bury them in your garden or in a flower pot, or if you have family to take you to the grave of one of your ancestors, you could take your sugar skull and leave them there, which is something that a lot of people in Mexico and other countries will do this week. And again, your heart will know what the right thing to do is. So trust your heart. This week, we're going to close with 2 prayers. Not our usual Seed of Hope prayer this week. We'll come back to that next week. Instead, I'm going to share with you 2 special prayers for the Day of the Dead and for all souls and for all saints. And I will put them in writing at the end of this video so you can see the words and perhaps write them down for yourselves. Perhaps you'll write them on one of your sugar skulls as a special prayer for your ancestor. The first is a prayer for all souls. Eternal rest grant unto them, O God, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace. Eternal rest grant them, O God, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace. Amen. The other prayer that I'm going to read for us today is Psalm 23. Psalm 23 is often shared when a loved one dies. It reminds us that God's love is always with us, even in death, even in sadness, always. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters, and he restores my soul. He leads me to right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord my whole life long. Amen. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope that your Halloween was lovely and that you take some time today to remember and honor your ancestors and all of those who have come before us and lived a good life and helped us to learn the good life too. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.